Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smile's returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Sun,
Good morning,
sun,
ladies
sun,
and jelly
here it
spoons.
comes.
Welcome to a new vlog. This morning you find me on Cannock Chase, and what a beautiful misty morning, an unexpectedly misty morning it is. I didn't think it'd get like this. I'd come with the express purpose of shooting deer, not killing deer, like capturing them. I don't know why I'm telling you that, you know what I mean. And I wasn't going to make a vlog out of it so much. I'm going to share it with my members channel, but given that it's so lovely, I can't see why I wouldn't do it. It's just absolutely serene. Okay, first thing, I've not brought my tripod with me. I've left it in the car because I completely forgot. Normally it's just attached to my backpack, but yesterday I did a shoot that didn't require one. I will have to go back and get it, I guess. I really could have done with it for this, because I'm going to need to slow that shutter speed down because of the light. I would think. It's so beautiful here, by the way. Let me just swing this around. It really is beautiful. A little bit of pink in the sky behind me. Unfortunately, nothing to shoot that way. See, I've already photographed this lovely tree in the mist coming up. And I'm just trying to get to... I've not been this side before. I'm normally further up the top. But I thought I'd give something new a go, especially if there was, you know, I could see the mist bank was down here. Oh my, yes, looks good. Looks really good. I'm going to put this away and get some photography done before I run out of this, okay? It's just been a few minutes since I last spoke to camera, and already it's really brightened up. So yeah, everything I do has got to be quick, but I'm going to... I've got a 50mm primer at the moment. My 7200 bit the dust yesterday. I was expecting it. Its time was coming, and so I'm not as upset as I would normally be. Although, you know, I'm going to have to get that lens again. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It was in the post. But I need to get a wider angle on. Probably 24-105 for now. I don't think I'm going to do the 15-35. Maybe I'll need to, with the absence of the tripod. Wow, as I'm talking, I'm kind of just watching this mist crawl up the never mind. So in the absence of the tripod, I might want to do a wider shot that isn't a pano, basically. Although, I mean, the Canon R5 can probably handle it. Even my crappy handling of the camera. Yeah, I'm gonna break that out now. And sorry about this, but I've got nothing to rest the recording gear on, and no time to do it. More importantly, right, back in a minute. I'm walking further down this bank towards the thick soup of mist, because it's thinning out up here. Basically, as that sun rises, it's going to thin out. We don't have the best colour in the world, but there's a kind of pastel hue, which is nice. It's a mist, it's not a fog, so that's great because you can make out detail, silhouettes as well within the bank of it. Looks good. I'm just trying to, as I walk down, spot some isolated trees. Perhaps this is where the 7200 would have been amazing, or little groups, little bodies of trees. That'd be nice too. But it's wonderful how it's creeping up the sides. I'll bang some footage on it. If you'll see this, I might even get the drone out. Feeling quite droney. So considering I came to try and shoot some deer, I'll take this. I'll take this. Now there's a tree head that splits into two, that gives it some character. There's a heavy top right and then a sort of baby left. But importantly for me, it's in a kind of layering effect. So I'll swing the camera around, hopefully you can see what I see. Now I'm not sure you can see it even with the zoom. I might put the R5 on, try and get better footage, but the tree is there. Do you see? Let me try and do this. See the layers that are being formed here? I'm going to be quick, but I think that works. The actual sunrise per se wasn't all that, but it did provide, often you'll find this happens when you've got a decent mist or fog bank, the sun provides like a pastel-y backdrop. So although you don't get the beautiful burning of the sky that you want, maybe a bit of pink here and there, you still get a diffused backdrop, which is cool, I think. I've carried on, I'm getting deeper into the bank. Looks like I'm going to end up right at the bottom of the valley here. I'm just looking at that tree that I've just shot. It doesn't look half as impressive from this angle, which just shows how important it is to get the right angle. I don't know what's at the bottom of here. Again, I've not done this before, so it's quite exciting. No sign of any deer, but plenty of mist. So I think I'm going to get a few more misty shots. Let me just have a look at my settings for you. So I'm at 100th of a second, just to compensate for shaky hand syndrome. My ISO sadly is 250. Sorry about that. And then, while the aperture with this lens, unfortunately, it controls me. I don't control it really. Currently it's 7.51. You know, I'd want an f4 really for this to be happy, because that extra light would let me crank up that shutter speed a bit to make sure I'm nice and sharp. Although again, sharp isn't really the word of the day, well, the word of the morning, because we're playing with mist, which softens everything. As well as the autumnal look of the fern, which has really started to turn around here. The trees hit and miss. There's also loads of spider webs coated in dew, so they're giving this kind of whiteness, little speckles of white right across the foreground, and that's quite cool. So I'm now looking out for little scenes where I can take advantage of that. I think it's really nice. Looks very cool. One of the lovely things about this morning and the mist is that it's kind of white, as opposed to fog. Fog's grey often, you know. I'm great if it's backlit and that kind of thing, but it's grey, and this is really white, and it gives that crisp, certainly that crisp feeling. I think it gives that crisp look as well. Do you know what I would have liked? Because you're never satisfied, are you? What I would have liked is a bit of frost, just a touch of frost. That would have been just on the tips of the fern, maybe just on the leaves. Just don't pleasing me. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the bank, so like right at the bottom of the valley. Gorgeous, beautiful, serene, other than the jets going overhead. There's a brook here, so I recall from my last visit we came down to a brook. There was a nice little crossroads. I was with Steve Stain and we sat and had a bit of a break there. Let's have a look at this lovely little brook. It's not raging. Oh, it's really looking autumnal down here. Gorgeous. Probably going to say that a lot today. I'm planning quite a morning here, most of the morning in fact, so I might go down to the Wolseley Centre for a cup of tea after. Oh yeah, lovely little brook here, quite nice. No reflection shots for me. This is pretty. Just spotted another lovely silver birch, which oddly enough, when the mist was around it, I didn't really see, didn't catch my eye, but now, with it prominent, and then there's still mist in the background, I'm going to go for it. Sun's coming up over the hill behind me, and it's while there's still some mist up there hanging around, it's also illuminating. Let's see if we can get this in. Can we do this? Yeah, it's illuminating the trees right up there, turning them bright orange. I'm absolutely positive we can do something with that, so that's good. I'll get to that quickly in a second, but just to point out that it is clearing quite a bit now. Okay, it's really thinning out now, so just looking up for these little patches that's gonna give me the shots, gonna find those little details as the sun crests, just catching these little bits, these little reflections on the hillside. Probably going to be where it's at for the next sort of 5 minutes.
Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, the smile's returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's all right.
I noticed for the first time in quite a while, my hands were getting cold, fingers starting to tingle on the edge. Sure sign that the mornings are going to get a bit more frisky. Oh, what have I done to myself now? So I appear to be on a hill between two hills, and I'm not going to go all the way down there to go all the way up there. That's annoying, but I'm going to show you the scene behind me. So sun's burning down directly at me, so it's a bit awkward, but that mist still hasn't gone from here. I don't know if I can get a shot because it might just be too bright. I do have filters on me, but you know, you really need tripods for this sort of thing. I'll show you the scene. You know, if I'd brought my little Aussie chair with me, I would just sit and watch this. It's now warm. I was bitching about my fingers, but that was while I was down there in the valley, and now I'm at the top. Hats off, sun's blinding, and watching this mist roll through the hills, priceless. Well, not priceless, about 10 quid in fuel. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Doesn't matter how skilled you are with your camera, luck plays such a big part in getting decent shots, and I'm hoping when I get home I'm going to find I've got a few bangers. The drone footage alone I think is going to be wonderful, but when I started in this morning and I was pulling, I couldn't find where I was going to park, but I just pulled into all the car parks here are terrible, but I pulled into one, and just as I was pulling in I saw a stag in the distance with all the mist behind it, its head upright, antlers. It looked incredible, and there was no way I was ever going to get a shot of that. It wasn't going to happen. It was in the middle of the road for a start, and there was traffic coming, so it was going to move. And of course I was pulling onto a car park, but I thought, is that how the day's going to be? Immediately got that cynicism in my mind. Is that how the day's going to be, Ed? Going to be one of them, isn't it? And then I've come out and I've left the tripods in the car, duh. But then that's largely because I was going to shoot deer and I didn't really need a tripod for that. But anyway, I forgot, that's the bottom line. And then I've come to this and it's been wonderful. I don't know if I'll wrap here. I'm going to go into the wooded area. You're not going to see the deer out here. I'm going to go into the wooded area now. I'll try and find some. If I fail, thanks for coming along to this vlog, which I really didn't expect to make. And if I don't fail, then you'll get to see some deer. Whether or not I'll turn that into a second vlog, I don't know, because this is probably already stretched on quite a bit and people's attention is not great. But let's say I'm going to wrap here. Thanks for coming along. And as ever, you know, if you want to join the members, get to see stuff in advance, then do that. There's also some videos like this deer one wasn't really meant to be a vlog for the public, it's for the members. I don't know where I'm going to go with that. Maybe it will be. I don't know. But yeah, join the members, do the likes, do the subscribes. Absolutely love it when you comment. Comments give us loads of like sweets or something. Watching the video till the end apparently now is a big deal, which kind of makes sense, but I struggle to watch the videos right till the end, so I can't really expect you to do it. But it helps, just so you know, if there's altruists out there, it helps. And I'm going to say now, there's going to be two edits to this. This is one where I go, see you for the next one, because that's what people do. Or it'll be, and here we are, looking at some deer.